Hello and welcome to Gaming Side by Side.
Today we are going over the rules for On Tour, a 20-minute game for 1 to 4 players. However, you can actually play this game with more than 4 players by purchasing additional copies of the game or printing off extra maps at BoardGameTables.com. A link to these maps is in the description below.
In On Tour, you'll take over the role of a traveling band. The goal of the game is to travel across the country and visit as many stops as possible in the band's 100-day tour. To set up, start by giving each player a board and a marker. Boards are double-sided with US on one side and Europe on the other. Each side has a matching deck of cards that contain all of the locations on the map. As a group, determine which side of the board you'll be playing on. Make sure everyone has that side face up in front of them. In this video, we will be using the US side of the map. Take the matching cards, shuffle them, and then put them in the center of the table. The other set of cards can go back in the box as they will not be used.
We now need to determine the first 4 locations that players will start with. To do this, roll the 2 10-sided dice. The results of these dice will be used to create 2 two-digit numbers. If you roll doubles, re-roll them. In our case, we rolled a 7 and a 5, so you can create the number 75 and 57. We're going to start with the lower number, 57.
Next, draw the top card from the deck. Each card has a location in the bottom right-hand corner that matches a location on the map. Write the lower number shown on the dice in this location. In our example, we will write the number 57 in California and circle it.
Rearrange the dice to create the higher number, in this case 75. Then draw another card from the top of the deck. Write the higher number in the location shown. So we'll write 75 in Kentucky and circle it. We'll repeat this process one more time, rolling the dice and drawing 2 more cards. After that, each player will have the same 4 locations. Remove the 4 cards drawn from the game as they will not be used. We're now ready to begin.
Let's take a closer look at the board. While playing, you'll be putting numbers into every location. These numbers represent the day that state is available on your tour. Each stop also has dotted lines that connect it to other stops. In order to connect 2 stops, ensure that the day of the tour is in ascending order and draw a line on the dotted line. In our case, we can connect Nevada on day 50 to California on day 57. From there, we can connect to Arizona on day 65. We cannot connect to Oregon on day 3 as we would be traveling back in time. All lines drawn on the board throughout the game are temporary. You do not have to decide your final route until the end of the game after all numbers have been drawn.
The game is played over several turns. On each turn, draw the top 3 cards from the deck and roll the 2 10-sided dice. The 2 numbers that can be created by combining the dice must be placed on the board using 2 of the 3 cards drawn. Each card lists a region in the bottom left corner, which is also depicted and highlighted in the map above. Any highlighted location is a valid placement for your numbers. In this example, I will place 81 in Texas using the central card and 18 in Michigan using the northern card. Since I placed 18 in Michigan, which is the location listed on the bottom right, I get to circle it. Circled locations provide an added scoring bonus at the end of the game.
If you already have numbers in all of the highlighted locations on the cards, then you have no legal placement. For every number which you cannot place, draw an X in an empty location on your board. When making your final route, you may not pass through any location with an X.
If all 3 cards show the same region or doubles are rolled, a star power is triggered. Instead of writing 2 numbers on the board, you'll write 1 star in any of the regions depicted on the cards. At the end of the game, when drawing your route, stars count as any number. The game ends when all locations have been filled with either a number, a star, or an X. Now you can begin planning your final route. When planning your final route, make sure each location visited is either equal to or greater than the location before it, and each location can only be visited once. Each location visited is worth 1 point. Each circled location visited is worth an extra point. In this case, I visited 23 locations. 7 of them were circled for a total of 30 points.
And that's how you play on tour. The player with the highest score is declared the winner, and in case of a tie, the players share the victory.
Stay tuned to our channel for a playthrough of the game where you can play along with us and our final review of the game.
Thank you.